Hello guys and welcome back to the Profit Madness channel. My name is Alex, and before I start guys, make sure to leave a like, comment down below and subscribe, and let's get straight into the chart. So yesterday actually I gave you guys an heads up. Okay, I literally made this video right here, crypto bounce soon, and I was literally warning for what we have seen so far today. I even gave you guys an example of what you should have done, okay, to expect this pump right here. Okay, which you guys may say, oh well, it's not that big of a dump. Yeah, of a pump. Sorry. Yeah, for sure. Okay, it's not that big of a deal, but this is how you start to project and expect the bigger moves. It all starts, guys, with a W of formation, also known as a double bottom, and sometimes it's an inverse head and shoulder formation. So what are you guys seeing right here, right? So I gave you guys that instruction right there yesterday. And if you've watched it, okay, you should have expected this pump to happen. I literally put it in the thumbnail, okay? I literally put it in the title. So again, this is the reason why you should be subscribed to this channel. You will learn a lot. But moving on, guys. So yesterday dominance chart, we have actually had a correction back down as I've expected. We went back below this particular trend line, part of the trending channel. If this is a new term to you guys, I teach the way that I trade. Okay, I teach it under Mentorship 2025, and you can watch some free content out of my live streams, which I've made available as uploads. You cannot see them on live; you will find them on the playlist section. And then if you want more content, if you want to know my portfolio, which coins I hold, and all of my trades, then you have to go and check out the Discord right here. If you guys want to see my portfolio, my coins, how much I've invested in each coin, my entry prices, and you want to get all of my trades and exit signals, then check out the link down below. You can subscribe to our premium group. This is going to be the best deal that you can get right now. The prices will go up very soon. We want to lock in as many people as possible before the old season starts, because once the old season starts, guys, it will be too late and it will be time to sell, not to buy. So make sure to join Profit Magnets as soon as possible. Get in, secure your spot, and make this your life changing cycle. With that being said, USD dominance chart. So your very first level of support, guys, is going to happen at 7.77%. Now, from here, two things can potentially happen. And you, as a trader, guys, you don't want to, you know, you want to follow what the market is telling you to do. Okay. And here, you are not going to do anything, because right now the market is trying to get down into this trend line. So this is your trade. This is what you had to do yesterday. This is all you have to do right now. You are looking for price of the USD dominance to go down, aka the crypto market to move up. Okay, this is the direction, and once it gets here, it is a checkpoint. Once you are at a checkpoint, how do you manage that sort of a situation? Well, from here, two things can potentially happen. Either we push back up, okay, and we retest this area as a resistance before potentially breaking down again, or we potentially even push back up. Or another thing that may potentially happen is that we actually break this level as a support. We then retest this level as a resistance, and then we actually start to proceed to the downside. So if this were to be the case, the way that you want to do this is not enter, short right here, which would be a long in the crypto market. You don't want to do that right away, but instead, okay, you actually want to wait for confirmation of the market actually willing to take that direction after a retest, because by doing so, your stop loss will automatically be tighter, okay, and you have more confidence by your side, and all of a sudden, guys, you are basically following the trend each step of the way, but you're getting out, okay, um the situations where things can potentially invert against you. Okay, that's how you trade. You go from checkpoint to checkpoint, then you wait for the market to do what it wants to do, show its end, and you basically just follow it. Okay, you want to follow the trend, don't fight it against it. Okay, there's times when it makes sense to fight it, there's times where you just don't do it. Okay, so at this moment, going back to what I'm seeing right now is your it's your first level support, 7.77%. So this is kind of the very first point that you should be focusing on. Now let's look at the total 3 minus Solana and BNB. So price actually ended up holding very nicely above $562 billion. I gave you guys this level in the videos. So far, I think that this can actually start to push significantly higher and go back and potentially make a new all-time high. That's kind of the idea as of right now. From there onwards, of course, I'm looking for a potential reversal to the downside. Is it going to be a higher low or a lower low? That is yet to be determined, but I think there is a lot of confidence guys down here. So make sure to keep in mind, okay, that there is the potential for that to happen. It doesn't have to happen right now. It doesn't have to happen in this cycle. Who knows? But there's quite a lot of points right here that are yet to be retested. That's the reality of it. Okay, so just be mindful. Doesn't mean that you cannot make money out of this. Okay. Afterwards, I'm excited to see push towards the cycle finale target that I have for 2 3 months on an MBNB. I think that this is time for the altcoins to shine. So I wouldn't touch anything um, besides altcoins right now. I'm not touching Bitcoin. I'm not touching anything that has already pumped. I'm only interested in altcoins that haven't pumped just yet. Okay, let me make it clear. Total two. So still holding support above 903 billion. Now we're looking for a retest of 974 billion, which is your first level of resistance. I think that this level right here is quite near to the current price. I think that we will break back above. This is not just in this situation right here. You know, the way that I see levels like this is not just as level of resistance. I think more of them as a level that will allow a breakout to happen. Okay, and the reason why I'm saying that is because I feel like we have went down for so long that there is just a lot of liquidity to recover within these candles that we generally will not really face a lot of resistance at this area, and we should be breaking above it quite easily. Also, because if you go on the daily, guys, what do you notice? Well, isn't that double bottom, right? It doesn't look perfect. It never has to be, okay? If you go from wick to wick, you can see that we've actually held yesterday with the wick to the 70.5%. Now we're pushing up. Full extension, guys, takes you to 1.15 trillion. Those are the levels that we have seen towards the end of January, approximately. Minus 50, minus 6.1% is currently placed at the levels that we have seen at the end of January as well. So I'm pretty confident that we are moving up from here, guys. This is a moment too long, not a moment to do anything else. If you're still short, I think that you will pay the price. I was warning about this, guys, over the course of of a lot of videos, guys. Ever since I started making regular content back on the YouTube channel after taking breaks. Um, in the last 3 weeks, I've been worrying about every single thing that you guys are seeing happen right now. That's why you don't want to miss it. Moving on, total one chart. So yesterday, I gave you guys the double bottom formation. I told you that this was to prepare you to move to the upside. The very first level of resistance is 2.32 trillion. But as I said before, I feel like this will be the level that actually determines the breakout. And I'm expecting to see a significant break above 2.32. And then the same trend line can be reused to confirm as a support before another expansion to the upside. So that's kind of how I'm seeing things right now. I'm looking for a significant breakout to happen right now. Moving on to the total two, this is the contrarian chart, by the way, guys. If you're new, I have TA across multiple layers to show you guys different biases, I guess, or different technicals on my charts. And once they all align, to me, it's a big confirmation. And right now, they're all saying to me, this is bullish. Buy. Um, this is total two. Okay, as I said, before 972 billion is a level of resistance, but okay, I think that we will start to see a breakout above this pretty easily. Moving on to the total three, guys, what do you see? W formation. We are looking for an expansion up to 749 billion as of today. From tomorrow, it's going to be slightly higher to around 750 billion. Once you break above, you're looking to around 858 to 920 billion dollars. Why can we expect that? Well, if you look at the Fibonacci, guys, if you look at the Fibonacci, from this low to this high, we've actually retraced down to the 6.8%. And you can see the full extension, guys, is going to take you to $849 billion. So aligned with my level of resistance, we can actually expect to see $858 billion to be retested. Okay, so this is telling you once again, guys, that we are shifting bullish. If you're still short, you will pay the price, in my opinion. I don't know how can I make it more clear than this. Orders chart, guys. We are moving back up. We're looking for resistance to happen at the first, right now at least between 220 to 215 billion dollars. Once you break above, you're looking for around 260 and 264 billion. The last level of resistance that I see for right now, at least I have a lot more levels, but for right now, will have to be somewhere around 290 to 280 billion dollars. It really depends on how long it takes for us to get there. But at this moment, this will be the three levels that I will be watching for. And one thing that I must say, guys, is this: if we are not gonna do it right now, we will do it at some point. Okay, and I'm seeing a lot of levels right here. Okay, that want price to retest them. Okay, I see over 6 trend lines, I think, within this region alone that will provide a lot, and I say a lot of support and rebound for the orders chart at some point. So while we didn't touch it right now, that doesn't mean that we may not see it over the course of the next few months. So just be mindful about it, okay? It doesn't have to happen, but I think there is a good chance that it will, okay? So whether we do it right now for whatever reason, whether we push back up first, which I will be expecting to see that, and come back down later, just know that a lot of these levels are here are unfulfilled right now. These levels at some point will be filled, okay? So I'm looking between 149 to 129, sorry, 125 billion dollars. So within this region year, ideally wanted to see price get down into it. We didn't really do that just yet. Okay, so be mindful about it. Now, let's talk about Solana, guys. I long Solana. I told you to long Solana, and not only did I say in the previous videos, but I also said it on my Involio. So on Involio, you guys can actually go and follow me. There is a link down below in the description. That is at involio.com/alextrades. You want to follow me because here I pretty much just speak my mind, say whatever I want about the markets, and then you can of course be updated whenever I release a video. But then the cool thing about Invol is that you can actually see my positions. And right now, guys, I have a lot of positions open that I'm swing trading this, and I've been DCAing throughout this correction to the downside, all these longs, because I generally believe that the market is about to shift bullish. Okay, so you guys can see all of these trades. You can mimic them. Okay, you can copy these trades and make them your own based on my particular levels and whatnot. So this is very cool because I opened Solana. As you guys can see, the date, the time, it's pretty much all clear. The history, you can see that I've not really changed anything about it. But yesterday I opened this long, and right now I'm sitting up at 57% profit. I think that all of these other trades will turn green very, very soon. So what I've done over the course of the last few weeks is I've opened longs when I've seen levels that made sense. And right now I'm just sitting and waiting for this to turn into green. So you guys can see that I have what? Um, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 longs, okay, in the market. I don't know how else I can tell you that I'm very bullish in the market. But let's going back to Solana. Why did I long it? Well, this is a parallel channel support. I gave to premium, okay? I gave to premium this projection back in May of 2025. I told them that I was expected to see a push to the upside and then a significant correction back down before we see a new all-time high. And it literally did exactly this. If you're in premium or if you join premium, you can actually go back in time and see the video that I made where I first introduced this projection. You can then see that it actually happened exactly as I said that it would. You can then double check what I'm saying. You can see if anything has changed, but it hasn't. But you can do the research if you want. Okay, so why did I long? We held this level of support 3 times. I actually longed this one time, and then I got stopped out because of that wick right here. It was BS. I had the stop loss way too tight. That is my fault. But I think that I got stopped out somewhere around here. My stop loss was way too tight. Simply put, okay. That got me stopped out, but then I long once again, and now I'm planning on recovering all of that loss. But it's part of the game. You try, and if it doesn't, then if you strategy and your plan allows for more tries, then you just retry it. Okay, and that's what I've done. moving on to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, I'm in a long. You can actually see the performance of my trade right here. I think it's a break even, nothing too exciting. Let's wait for this to load. Bitcoin, yeah, I'm down 3.3% on a 7x long. That's pretty much break even, I think I would say, right? You can see that my entry price is right here. It's actually probably a little bit lower. 6.676. So this is my entry price. Pretty much where we wicked as of today. I generally believe that we will see a push to the upside to around $84 based on the Fibonacci's. Well, from there, we'll of course evaluate. I do have some different levels of potential resistance between $73 to $74,000. Afterwards, we have 80.5. But right now, I'm looking more at $84,000. We have the Fibonacci alignments. We have my trendline channel right here. So, this is a very important level for me. So this is kind of what I'm thinking about Bitcoin. We actually, well, I wouldn't say that we fully deviated from this plan right here, to be honest. I can't really say that for sure. But be mindful because this could be somewhat of head and shoulder formation that could play out something like this. Okay, just be mindful. Okay, I said explicitly before, I'm not touching anything that is not altcoins. Okay, and that was a direct reference to Bitcoin. I think that Bitcoin has 95% chance of it being topped. I actually was calling tops with the premium group a while ago, so wasn't perfect on that for sure. But once it hit all my trend lines, I will actually show you guys that particular chart. I think it's this one right here. Not sure. There you go. Because here, what I did, I was showing to them that this was the most likely top marking trend line. So as soon as we got here, okay, you can see that I wasn't perfect because I was telling them that I think that 122, 123 that we would have topped, and instead we actually went a little bit higher first, and then we corrected. But this was the projection that I gave them, and yeah. So this is currently the situation, this particular chart for Bitcoin. I'm gonna give you guys Ethereum next because I mean along so far, we played a lot in this area, but we are still holding a bullish breaker. So I'm in a long for Ethereum at this moment. The very first level of resistance, guys, is at 2,191. But to be honest, I think that we will break above. I think that that would be the level that determines the breakout. The next level of resistance is going to be 2,483. But I generally feel like decent resistance should be coming around $3,000, to be honest. But anyway, let's see what the technicals are saying based on this hypothetical double bottom and Fibonacci that we could potentially be drawing here, because we got a full extension of 2,541. So we will see once we get here. If we break above this particular level, then I think we can see 3,000. But right now we're looking at 2,500. Um, I want to see where we are by mid-April. From there, I will reassess if needed. But so far, guys, I think that we're bullish. Even on the last chart that I have for you guys today, the total 3 minus Solana, BNB, XRP, USDT, and UCC. This is a custom chart that I created myself. If you want to see how I created it and how you can check if I changed the projection, okay, over 8 months ago, okay, I was saying that the total three past world season 2025-2026, this was how I was depicting it. This is the creation of this particular chart from scratch, 53 minutes of pure educational content. But yeah, let's get straight into the chart. So here, technically, the first level of resistance is actually this one right here. It's my bad. It's actually 233 billion. So we are very close to that level. I think that After that level, we should be seeing the breakout to the upside. I call it resistance, but to be honest, right now, those are the levels that will actually determine the breakout when it happens. Okay, so I think that one significant candle above this area is more than enough. We actually held perfectly the 6.1% of this particular Fibonacci. Full extension is up to around $295 billion. So to me, it all makes sense. We got minus 15 and minus 6.8%. Exactly where I'm calling resistance to potentially start to show up, and it's all pretty much aligned. And yeah, that's 270. Okay, so it's all aligning very nicely. I think that we will see some decent bullish price action in the short term. From then onwards, we will reassess. But this is what I have for you guys today. Let me know: are you guys buying? Are you guys giving up on crypto? Let me know what you guys are doing in the comments down below. If you guys have any video suggestions, also let me know. If you like what I do, please subscribe, comment down below, and like the video. And I'll see you guys later.